Salutations, my fellow dandies. And we're finally back in Final Fantasy XIV. It has been a minute. I didn't realise it had been a month, January 20th, since we last played Final Fantasy XIV. I know that I skipped a couple of Friday streams, and then I just played Like a Dragon last week, but I didn't realise it had been a full month. It's moving. Blame me moving house. I've been very tired and busy, and so I've been cancelling a lot of streams, and it's just unfortunate that Final Fantasy being on the Friday gets the brunt of it. But we're back in Final Fantasy XIV. We've got the Kitani Raval, I think is the Raval. We got another Light Warden to kill. I think that's about where we are. We went through a dungeon that was very Indiana Jones-esque. Ishtola teleported, and then our boy here brought her back out of the live stream. And then, between then and now, I've got new clothes and chocolate. And I'm just taunting Solus with my Valentine's Day chocolate. That's the narrative I've made here. And then yeah, so we'll go do that. I think I am on the cusp of hitting level 80. So I'll be very surprised. So I didn't realise how close I was. I'll be very surprised if I don't hit 80 after the end of this. And then I could go do my class quests and get my final. Well, not my final Red Mage ability, but my final Red Mage class quest, because there is one in 90 for some reason, which is a shame. So let's crack on. The Burden of Knowledge. The Kitana Ravel, that's what it's called. I have forgotten the voices of every single character. God, this is why you don't not play this game for a month. What do the rabbits sound like? They're like... with the oh god, I literally don't remember what the rabbits sound like. Hey, salutations, Stratus. Thanks. I just realised that notification's slightly too far to the left. I'll have to move that. But thank you for the resubscribe. Happy 10 months. We're back in Final Fantasy XIV. I didn't realise it had been as long as it has been. I'm gonna turn this down. The music's a bit too excitable for me. My arms are too sore for the music to be this exciting. They're like Northern European, aren't they? With the Murrens gone and your comrade now returned, I think it best you go now before they can regroup. With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxnir, the entrance to the Kitana Ravel should now be open. Nod. Before we leave, Uyanje, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Nay, though we had but little time before the Almoran's most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Kirill. I don't remember who Kirill is. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the Sin Eater, which her late mother did espy... Oh, right, she was just some random rabbit. Though her mother did espy, was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resided in the vicinity of Raktika Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sightings, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. Then our course is clear. We must navigate the Kitana Raval and make for Raktika Falls. Though you see it as but another obstacle to be navigated, the Kitana Raval is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within. Knowledge which is rightly yours, as allies of Ronka, you are welcome to explore. I fully intend to survey every ilm of it, once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would... I don't think I gave these rabbits different voices. I think it is basically the same voice 3 times. Were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. To discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies, it had to be so. Be careful in there. Nod. This is my entire contribution to the conversation. Head east and you will find the path of azure flowers heading to the Revel. I wish you safe passage through its halls. Thank you, bunny girls. Runar's getting hyped over here. Master Matoya. I always give this. My temptation is always to give this guy like a Tony the Tiger lion voice because he's a big lion face and he sounds nothing like that. Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please promise me you will return safely. The Knights Blessed need you. I think that's kind of similar to his voice. You need not. I worry about this more than anything anyone else cares about. I just sort of think, I know that my voices don't sound anything like the actual character voices, but in my head I'm like, is that the voice I gave him? It's very important to me for some reason. You need not worry, Runa. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift. One of the Knights Blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Now, let us away. Nod. Oh, this is a 3-nod conversation. Wow. That's how you know it's an important one. Right, bye. So, listen, you're just gonna hang out here. Okay, cool. And do you know what the thing is as well? I'm wearing the new Valentine's Day. Actually, am I wearing the new Valentine's Day gear? No, I'm not. I'm wearing the old Valentine's Day gear. I bought the new because it was on sale. I bought last year's Valentine's Day costume because I didn't have it for some reason, or it might have been the previous years, or whatever. For whatever reason, I didn't have the costume. So I bought it, and then I thought I'll wear that when I do the Valentine's Day quest. And then kept skipping Final Fantasy XIV until I got to the point where the quest wasn't available anymore. So I did it off stream, just literally on like the last day. Fortunately, it was actually like an incredibly short quest, so I don't think I missed a huge amount by not streaming it. It wasn't massively interesting. But yeah, I do have the. I thought, oh well, I paid for this, so I should at least wear it for a little bit. So I'll wear it for the Kitani Revel, and then I'll switch to my Red Mage gear when I go and do my Red Mage class quests. Go and see my boy, and learn my. I think it's one of the last times he actually shows up as well. I mean, until the next expansion when they raise the level cap to 100, which I assume will be the end of Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, going over level 100, that's absurd. No one's ever done that in any video game ever. That's madness. Leave me be, Floor Bandro. Yes, I remember you saying to us you had like 20 characters to do it with. So, fortunately, as you say, it was fortunate for you that it was as short as it was. You almost missed getting your eat chocolate emote. Feel the aether flowing through the door. A gentle push may be all that's required. Dix at the the event would end literally the day after. Yeah, it is. They do normally give you like a week or two's grace after the event it's surrounded against, especially since I don't think the next one starts until the 1st of March, the Little Ladies' Day. So I don't know why they. I mean, I guess there's no reason for it not to end on the 15th, but. They could have given people a. They could have been given people a week's grace. Oh, long shot. I put my dinner in the oven. Oh, okay. I will wait for you then. I was gonna do this with NPCs. But if you're online, I will happily wait for you, and we shall do the Katana Revel together. Our early efforts were not in vain, it seems. Stay on your guard, Jack. We know not what awaits us inside. There we go. It is now available. Oh, and here's my... I can... No, I was just going to do the NPCs. Basically, I just do the NPCs because to avoid the DPS queue. More than anything else. So it's entirely up to you. If you reckon, I mean, if you reckon you're going to be a little while, I can go in with my boys. But if you're not, I'm happy to wait like a little bit so that we can go in. Always happy to see your giant chicken head backing me up with healing. Yeah, it's really just a choice between Minfilia or Y'shtola, isn't it? Really. So, and that's an unfortunate choice for Minfilia. I mean, I like Minfilia, she's great, but I gotta go with my cat girl waifu. If given the choice. Oh, hello. A couple of random people just standing outside the entrance as well. I'm guessing, looking at the colour of their weapon, I'm guessing they're working through it for the first time as well. Because they've got the same... They got the Gunbreaker? Oh no, that'd be the Scythe. The Scythe version of my rapier. That's cool that they went... If that is the Scythe version of this rapier, that's cool that they went back... It's cool that they went back and added weapons to the coffers for the other classes. Hard choice, Minfilia or Mommy. Is that like phone or whatever just keeps capitalizing Mommy into a capital M? No, Y'shtola deserves the capital M. I think she's earned it. Yeah, there you are. There are a couple of people waiting outside, so maybe they'll be... They're all around the same level, so maybe they'll be... There won't be a huge wait for this one. Yep, I mean, there we go. It's what I mean. When you're here, there's no queue. But if I'm on my own, it's a DPS queue. It's just quicker to do NPCs. They take longer overall, but as you say, they chat and I can go at my own pace. But this is faster, so... Oh, so we've got another, like, Indiana Jones style temple. Oh, I like the new duds. Oh, then they got the. I haven't done a trial since the new cards. So, salutations, Briar. No magic. Ah, I'm tempted to veto that one, unfortunately. If I was playing on my own, I'll tell you what, I'll do no magic once I'm out of this dungeon. If I was playing on my own, I would, but when I'm playing with other humans, I don't like inconveniencing people by me not doing my role properly. Sorry, I will do it. I do have some NPC quests to do after this. So I shall do no magic for those. But yeah, I feel bad when I'm already a burden. I'm already enough of a burden as it is on any party or trial or raid or anything like that. I don't need to add to it. But salutations, good to see you all the same. Just explain to the party your chat likes torturing to you. I feel like that's a good way, even with Sotratus on my team, who likes me, I feel like that's a good way to get myself vote kicked by the rest of the party. Like, I feel like even though half the party is on my side, I would still lose that vote. Like, Citratus would vote against me out of principle. I was very close to doing this with NPCs. So if I had done it with NPCs, I would have been less conscious about killing myself. Yeah, I don't like to waste other people's time in this game if I can. Not intentionally. Like, I mean, the week we tried to do the Monster Hunter quest, there wasn't any helping that, but. Jumps right into that attack. I have to stand behind this wall. I like these ladies with the big horns, though. I think they're ladies. They got nice Rita Repulsa vibes going on. I like it. Lozatl. Female presenting horned people, the name of the LGBT positive punk band. I'd listen to them, and I don't listen to music. Just based on the strength of the name. And just, I think I like Monster Girls. I think this is one of those things that I sort of realised quite recently. I sort of realised, like, the culmination of individual tastes. I was like, well, I like Snake Girls, and I like Spider Girls, and... Oh, okay, I think I just like Monster Girls. I think it's just... that's my type. Oh, wrong side. I'll top myself up, it's fine. Very worried I was about to fling myself off the edge there. Not the first time I would have done that as a red mage, and not the last. I'm a man of taste and culture. I mean, yeah, it definitely takes a certain taste to like monster girls. But what's not to like? Who doesn't like a woman who can kill them? Yay! I got the trophy for hitting level 80. How deep the rabbit hole goes. Everyone's so fast. Man, no, seriously, you stick a lady's torso on a monster's bottom half, I'm all over it. Weirdly, I'm not... I mean, I guess I don't dislike mermaids, but... I guess I don't consider fish monsters. Now, a shark... A mer shark? What would be the... I guess it'd still be a mermaid. I do like Monster Musume, although I don't like the protagonist of Monster... I suppose actually he's okay. He's fine. I have read a bit of Monster Musume, but it gets a bit... It gets a bit fetishy. That is the problem with Monster Girl stuff, is this, that it gets... It gets... Yeah. It gets fetishy, which is okay, so long as it's not the focus. And I think Monster Musume has an entire arc surrounding them working on a farm and milking cowgirls. And it's like... I mean, come on. I mean, I get it, but I also just not in public. It's fine. Fitting that I'm fighting an opponent called the Horned Iguana right now. Yeah, High School of the Dead. If I was going to give a one-sentence summary of High School of the Dead, it would be, it's a little much. Like, although I will say it is one of the most memorable shots I've seen in anime, where he fires the sniper rifle under one boob and over the other boob, because they're jiggling in, like, out of sync. Like, I mean, say what you want about High School of the Dead, but the director had vision there. I haven't thought about High School of the Dead in a long time. That was such a bug, because I was reading the manga of that, and I think the author went on indefinite hiatus. The manga was still bad, but it wasn't as bad as the anime in terms of, like, silly boob physics. It had a little bit, but it wasn't the focus as so much. And so it was a bit, yeah, it was a shame. They were sort of, I can't remember what they were doing. I think they were in a mall at one point. It wasn't a terribly original series. And there was a sniper lady who was working at an airport. There was a whole thing. It's just like a child having a tantrum. It just sounds like a really, like, stroppy bird. Which is probably what Rovio have renamed Angry Bird to now that they've removed it from the App Store. Ow, that one hurt. I screwed up my rotation there. Doesn't he also fire one off by stabilizing the gun between her cake? Entirely possible. I think there was she was wearing the gun, and she had the strap round her waist, and he couldn't get the strap off. So yeah, he just sort of used her as a tripod. Which, you know, was very resourceful of protagonist man, but if somewhat objectifying. Cool, I got some new trousers. I got some slops. Who doesn't like some slops? What now? When did that happen? So there was a thing with Rovio. Basically, they took Angry Birds off the App Store a while ago. I don't remember why they did it originally, and then they brought it back as Angry Birds Classics or something like that. And it was a one-off purchase for Angry Birds, and the original sort of it was a remake of the original Angry Birds. Apparently the remake wasn't great, but it was a remake of the original Angry Birds. But it was just, you paid, I think, $7.99, and it was the whole game. There was no microtransaction nonsense or anything like that. And basically, they pulled it again. I think literally today. They announced earlier in the week they were pulling it. They pulled it again today because they said that Angry Birds Classic was damaging the profits from their other games. Basically, what they were saying is that everyone was buying the game that didn't have any microtransactions, and they stopped paying for the microtransactions in the other games. And rather than go, oh, maybe, rather than offering only sort of microtransaction-laden cash grabs, we should be offering sort of full, complete experiences like we used to when we first started with Angry Birds. They went, no, let's get rid of this thing that's selling too well. Let's kill it so people will go back to buying the inferior thing. That's literally the story. And the thing is, they didn't even come up with some bullshit excuse. That is the reason they gave. They said this game is taking money away from our other games. They're not profitable, so we need to nix it. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I haven't played Angry Birds in a long time, but I did really like, back in the day, I really liked the original Angry Birds. Bar on there. I had like which this quite comfortably leads me into my next point. Actually, they had Angry Bird toy sets as well. And I was probably a bit too old for them, but I sometimes get like a fixation where if I like something, I kind of go, I want to own. I like something, so I want to own a piece of that thing. And so I bought some because I was like, I want to own just like little toy models of the Angry Birds. I like them; they were cute. And I think I might still have them somewhere. And it's possible it's one of the many, many boxes I brought down from the loft. So as I mentioned a few times, I've been moving, and I had a lot of boxes in my parents' loft, and they've been up there for a very long time. Cool, I got a gun. They've been in that loft for a very long time, to the point where I forgot what. Oh, hey, here's the Light Warden. It's a Kerberos. A Chabaros. Yes. Okay, so if I get the purple chain, I guess I need to move away. Okay, so it sucks us in and then pushes us away. Okay. No. I thought that was my revive notification. Thank you. I think I thought I did the right thing there, but I guess not. Oh, I see, and then you want to aim for the gaps in between the pools. Right, okay, that move makes more sense with the poison pools down. I get it. Oh, I mean... That's embarrassing. That topped up, but I got sloppy. I'm not keeping an eye on my Aether balance at all, though. Damn, this thing's not giving us time to... Okay. Finally got myself topped up. Let's pop this off. There we go. I quite like this boss. These are simple mechanics that I can understand just by watching the match. Like, there are so many FF14 boss fights where I die multiple times and I can't figure out what it is that's killing me. There we go. We did it. Just a very slow, sad nod. We beat the Light Warden. Good tank. And she's got sunglasses on, which I like. Cool. Cheers for the heals, Citralis, as always. Yeah, so, sorry, let me just catch up on the chat. Yeah, it is. We know you like this better, but fuck you. It's basically the stance Rovio took with they just went, yeah, we want money. We want money, we want lots of it, so. Then Vegeta, I like DBZ, so I brought Figure Out's Goku while they had it. Yeah, I'm not... It depends on the price of it, but I know what you mean. I really want a specific Vegeta, and they don't have it yet, so I'm buying other Vegetas. But yeah, I've been unpacking, and there's like a bunch of stuff in my loft that I haven't seen for a very long time. But literally boxes worth of stuff. And I had to open some of them just because the boxes were damaged, and I needed to move the stuff into more appropriate boxes. But there's a couple of boxes that I think I know what's in them, but not 100%. And what I might do is, once I'm settled in my flat, I might do a stream where I open those boxes and just go through the stuff that's in them, because there's some cool stuff, like my old Pokemon cards, my all my old action figures that I just haven't had space for, like all my stuff like from video game and anime action figures from like the mid 2000s that have been sat in a box for the last 10-15 years. Which I'm excited to see, because I can't remember which ones I still have. So yeah, that might be a chill Sunday stream where I do a box opening of my own stuff. It's like a gacha that I prepared for myself. I suppose a present rather than a gacha. It's like a present I prepared for myself in the future. It'll be fun. And there's a couple of boxes that I just don't have they're firmly packed up, and it just says my stuff, and I have no idea what's in them. It could be clothes, it could be tea towels, it could be some forgotten relic. Like, I already found I had this battery-powered kung fu hamster, and I loved that thing when I was a teenager. Like, it lived on my shelf, you pressed its hand, and it went, everybody's kung fu fighting, and it spun its little plastic nunchuck round. And then I took it out and I went, oh, well, this thing. I can go in the bin. I think my dad replaced the battery, and I think he's going to give it to one of my cousin's kids if they want it. But it was very much like, oh, neat. Yeah, thanks. But what else is in this box? Well, this hasn't happened before. This is the. Oh no, this is still normal. I was gonna say, I thought I was gonna get like some. I don't remember it going like pitch black the last couple of Light Wardens. That's all. You'd think if this thing was messing me up, I'd be in like visible pain or something. But I seem to be like just managing it incredibly well. Oh, I didn't even shoot a beam of sky into
Light Warden is dead.
Didn't shoot a beam of light into the air.
Have been answered.
Aye, that they have.
Ah, your Stoller's boyfriend's going to be real happy about this.
His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, The danger remains. He must be told.
I already know. You guys aren't quiet.
Would you describe it to me, Marie-Angé? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
No, you can't. That's why you're having him describe it for you. You silly cat
For
girl.
however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Did you start to just slap Marie-Angé on the arse?
Well fought. Let us return home.
I'm pretty sure she did. Not. Didn't take her for the jock type. Saiyan Born on Earth figure arts for 25, and then later I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku for like 30. Yeah, that's not bad. Those are decent prices. Oh, these are...
Murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
I was going to say these are similar murals to the ones we saw in the other place.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments. But whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
I mean, we could just ask Solus. He was probably there.
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour?
I'm still fine.
Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, like he's blatantly hoping that eventually I'm going to become like... Just, yeah, the corruption's actually going to take over and I'm going to become... And then he's going to like cut me down
You're
or something.
plotting something.
Yeah, and he's very transparent. I love him.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more.
That's... I mean, whatever gets you going, mate. But, you know, leave it alone. It's not the time or the place.
I would quit this place, and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done.
Oh, no way. Emmett is friend. Yeah, no, Emmett's great. I'm a big fan of Solus.
There is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
and share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity.
Well, without the context of what's happening in chat, this isn't going to make any sense. But keep it in your pajamas, Citratus, if you can help it. I know you're a big fan of Solus.
Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name.
Oh, I've heard of him.
His grace was the calamity averted.
He's not good.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious.
Oh my god! She's got him on the ropes! Hydaelyn has become the unprecedented source champion, heavyweight champion of the universe!
With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided.
That was devastating. That split the very fabric of reality from the top turnbuckle. Oh!
That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account.
The people's tippy toe. Can you smell what Hydaelyn is cooking?
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion.
I can't remember if I made a guess at this, or if it was something that was like heavily hinted at. But I thought, this isn't coming as a massive surprise to me that they're primals.
The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Yeah.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
You think I remember guessing it? I sort of, it's not coming as this big revelation to me. I was thinking like, didn't I figure this out a really long time ago? But it may also have been Citratus hinting at it. I can't remember. We've been playing this game for a very long time now.
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers.
I think there might have been some line from one of the Empire people who said about how the 12 deities are no different from the prime, or something like that. It was hinted at, and it seemed obvious, I think. Cool that they confirmed it, I guess.
We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining?
Oh, okay. How did you become immortal then? When did that happen?
For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again.
So does that mean the God, he literally just said their name. Does that mean the Ascians are all thralls of Zodiac then?
Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Does that mean I'm a thrall of Hydaelyn? Oh no, I don't know if thrall is the right word, but you know what I mean. The ones who get infatuated with the primal for being close to them. Oh, I want that emote. How do I get the Solus wave? No, not Urianger. Why would I want to speak to Urianger? I mean, he's great, don't get me wrong. That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there's any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? Yeah. I don't think he has any reason to lie to us, really. He's been very honest about the fact that he's plotting something and he's still our enemy. So I don't know why he would just randomly lie about something like that. What did I get? Eventually I will click on the right thing. There we go. Yeah, these slops are better. And hey, now I'm 80. I can equip all of the stuff that I got. Oh, but my Menfina's earring. It's finally been usurped. Oh, I've had this since... Well, not since the start. But I've had this... This was my Endwalker DLC pre-order. Oh. It feels so sad to lose my earring after all this time. There we go. Oh, those do not look great. I can't apply a glamour anymore. Hang on, no. I'm going to go back to my other trousers just until... Nope, that was not the right one. Which one's got the... There we go. Just so I got the right trousers until I can get somewhere so I can re-glamour them. Those don't look great. The earring works until 81 for the XP buff, if I recall. Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, because it's over level 80 that it stops working. So I could still wear it, even though it's not technically as good. Vitality 80. Yeah, so this is, in terms of bonuses, this is better. But the XP buff is probably still worth it. Yeah, one level 80 and below. Alright, we'll keep Minfilia's earring on until level 81 then, I guess. Although I'm halfway to 81 already, just from the back of that dungeon. Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it best that we wait until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett Selk included. How convenient they should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, he's just like, no, I'm over here! I'm always here, always watching. I just said that. Always watching. Always watching. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fano and make certain of the Yulmoran's withdrawal. After that, Slitherborough. The blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. So I think we'll do this mission because this is like the last mission of this area. And then I'll go and do my class quests. And then we'll see what time that takes us to. I could probably teleport back. Yep. Hang on. There we go. Fano. No magic. I know. I'm not in combat at the moment. As soon as I do a combat, I don't think there's going to be any combat for this quest. I think it'll probably be for my class quest. I'll have to do it. I mean, I can start the 5 minutes now, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be 5 minutes of cutscenes. You are returned, and unharmed, I see. Indeed. I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. Can I do that too? I was going to nod, aren't I? Oh, I'd even nod. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Katana Revel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honour, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We do but our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he was still here with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. I mean, we could just destroy them, and then you guys could go and get, like, hobbies. As long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Imagine the devastation other societies could do if they figured out that technology to make that boulder roll down the slope. It would be... there'd be irreversible damage. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbush shortly after you set out. He smelled like wet dog, and none of us really liked him being here, so... If you will return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. We just get back to the Knight Blessed. They're all on their knees in tears, just going like the sky. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. You start rolling boulders and Harrison Ford comes to run away from it. It's a whole thing. Yeah, especially these days. He just doesn't... It's like the last... It was fine in the 90s, but in the 80s and 90s, but he just doesn't really put the effort in anymore. He's very... very half-assed. The last thing you want is Harrison Ford half-assedly running away from a boulder. That's how you get a dead Harrison Ford. And no one wants that on their conscience.
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
You seem remarkably calm, considering the sky.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes.
There's a cut to the sky to sort of be like, look at how different it is. And it's like, it looks exactly the same as it was the last time we were here. Well, it's the middle of the day.
The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the
thanks.
bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
Wait. Warriors. No, singular. Singular, that's my
I suppose you're
title.
not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
But Yoshtola, I have no children. Well, we can do something about that.
I will do as you say. But please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
Yeah. If you could make a lunchbox or something, though, for us to... I mean, it's a long walk back to the sanctum or whatever. It's Final Fantasy. Tifa is a member of the Italian Parliament. Anything's possible. Is that
So
how
be
you
it.
join the Italian Parliament?
I ask only that you hold us in your hearts.
I mean, I knew they were
as we would
corrupt,
hold you in
but
ours.
I didn't know. I didn't know that was how members got access. That's quite the
I am bound with
initiation.
this dark. This I swear.
But when Catgirl finds herself a love of the world is in shambles more at night. It's that. I mean, she's yeah, I mean, yeah. But you know, it's a big cat boy. Who else was it going to be? Hey, there's my ghost. There's my ghostly stand friend. He'll probably come and talk to me in the hotel room. I'm gonna have a nap and he'll be like, "Hey, so you defeated another Light Warden. Hey, well done." Why is? Oh, there's a mount. I was like, "The hell is this thing?" Oh, so this is the Cactar mount from Gold Saucer, I guess. I haven't seen this one before. That's quite cool. Isn't this like 4 million MGP? Money well spent. Sure for that, wouldn't you give her whatever? I mean, yes. You're not wrong, but... It is this one, yeah. It's a cool mount. It's certainly something to look at, isn't it? If I did, once I finish spending all my MGP on triple triad cards, maybe I'll save up for it. Wait, out of the wood. This is part of the start of the next. Yeah. Okay. Although weirdly. Oh, the next. Okay, so I normally go by the Wikia about which one's the last one, but the next one's the one that gives you the achievement. So let's do this next quest as well, just to round off this part of this part of Shadowbringers. And look, I can get a baguette. Oh, look at it in motion! Look at it go! Ah, 4 million MGP well spent indeed. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. You talking to me or Runar? Sorry, dude. NTR live on Twitch. Hey, Yoshtola. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first, when we met at Fort Gone, your aether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from you was not negated by Heidelin's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Orionche also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain. With every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. I was like, no, I feel perfectly fine. I take off my sunglasses, and there's just like 2 high beams coming out of my eye sockets. Absolutely fine. Everything's dandy. You should hurry, before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. Okay. I like they didn't even give me the choice of like, hey, this might be killing you. Do you want to maybe, like, stop? No, not even the option. Just... So, yeah, we're going to keep pushing, getting you to kill these things. And plugging you full of light. But, I mean, let me know if you feel a tingling in your arm. Shortness of breath. Anything like that. I don't really know, really what we can do if that does happen. But, cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbowl remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. Nod. And I'm saying something that isn't worth translating, isn't worth subtitling. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. No, I'm not going to make a joke. For 2 years I have to live with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honour to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. Yeah. We've got to get you guys back in your bodies before they start to, like, deteriorate. I mean, it's only been a few days. I'm sure, but it's only been a few days. But Tartaru is the one looking after you, so we might want to hurry. You really like that song. But it does, I will admit, it does sound like Lahi, we don't have Ebola. Much like Fred Durst, we did it all for the Nookie. Yeah, he sure was like, I'm gonna miss getting that Catboy dick for the last 4 years, but... Come on then, let's go and save the world, I suppose. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphino and Alisei have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends, it's good to see you all again. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the Warden hiding in Raktika. Killed it. Ate it. Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Yulmur has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrand to defend them. I am glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yulmur, what came of your meeting with Vorthri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... It's like, alright, I know Vorthri's, an abomination, but... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired as well, having travelled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? Yeah, I need to go to my hotel room to speak to my ghost friend. I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the Warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It is settled then. We reconvene after everyone has time to settle in. They offered us a banquet. They offered us like a feast. And you were like, no, we have to hurry. And then as soon as we get back here, you're like, alright, take 5. Everyone take 5. Runar's not watching me anymore. I can take off this dress. Put on my sweats. It's like, oh god, do you know how hard it's been for the last 4 years to keep up this sort of this air of majesty for all those guys? This is like, oh god, I just wanna eat a tub of ice cream with a pack of biscuits. Highly recommend it, by the way, if you want to do some milk chocolate. I don't know what they're called. They're the cookies with the biscuits with the cows on them. Oh, they make a fantastic spoon. You might want to not eat anything for the rest of the day, though, just calorie-wise. But I swear, Ghost friend, you don't know him. He goes to another school in Canada. Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah, no, I mean, you might have heard of him. You might have heard of him, but no, I can't show you him or prove that he exists. But trust me, I got a cool ghost friend. Welcome back, sir. Returned from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready. If you'd care to retire. Very good. I pray you sound sleep and pleasant dreams. Ooh. What do I want? Do I want a baguette? Some blood tomato juice, a pixie apple pie, or a nut bake, or 1,500. Actually, I'm not that poor anymore. I was gonna say I am quite poor. I'm gonna get the nut bake. I mean, the spell speed and vitality are great, but you know, nut. In Canada, I might know him. No, you don't know him. Whichever part of Canada you live in, he lives in a different part. It's very remote, very remote. One of the places with lots of snow and ice.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
They don't even drink their milk out of bags there. They're so remote they drink them out of boxes. Yeah, straight out of the box. It's, yeah, a really remote Canadian province. I'm going to be honest, Oddbert looks like he's way more infused with light than me. He's positively glowing. Then I suppose there's naught to do but rest. It's like, well, cross that bridge when I come to it.
Ah, yes. They're not asking you to fight, they're telling you to rest. Which isn't to say they're wrong. You'll need your strength for what's to come.
My back is
Think
itchy.
he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean.
That is the spot.
All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
I asked the exact same question, Ardbert. I don't know. It does make you wonder. What? I mean, I have no agency. This is a complaint I've had the entire Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, it's a minor complaint because I appreciate it's a linear story. But like, is Hydaelyn's blessing the thing that has cursed me to only be able to nod, to say yes to every single demand, no matter how insignificant? Damn you, Hydaelyn! No bagged milk, revoke his citizenship. I know, it's a really weird part. They don't even speak French. Like, not even a little bit. They don't even have it on the signs.
Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade.
Depends, is she hot? I need to know how to decide how offended I am to be a slave to her whim. We haven't seen Hydaelyn, have we, as a person? We've only just seen the crystal. So she's a little bit pointy from what I know of Hydaelyn so far. There might be, I mean, if you smash open the crystal, there might be a nice, a hot god monster to smash inside. But as far as I know, she's just a big mineral.
Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge.
She can step on me. I think she'd have to have legs to do that. I guess you can kind of like levitate over you.
When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm.
Yeah, when you can play when the triple triad NPC unlocks, and you can get some new cards.
I always took comfort in that.
Oh, which reminds me, I should go and do a quick tour of the Great Woods for a triple triad NPC. Okay, then her voice can step on me. Okay, yeah, we'll work with that. That works. That's fine. Meanwhile, the sky is... Oh, no, it's just snowing. I thought the stars were falling. Just gets to Balthier and he's just got a Christmas hat on. It turns out he's just really big into Christmas.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence.
Ah,
The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
it's Darth Vader and Batman teaming up.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
We are degenerates, but it's fine.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement.
We are degenerates, but we are free.
'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear,
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
I'm trying to remember where Gimlet Dark is. Was that the place in the desert that was on old research facility or something? An appreciator of monster girls and sexy voice crystals normals wouldn't understand. Yes, or only the nichest interests over on the Dandy VTuber.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
I'd like... who was the person who said, who had that quote like, I'll take your dirty and you're unwashed and you're sick. I'm them, but with niche fetishes.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
I forget when these guys became friends, but I like that they are. I like that they're like just these just a major character from every expansion working in the back. Like Gaius from Heaven, from Around Reborn. You've got Estinian from Heavensward. If they team up with my with oh, God damn, I'm so bad at remembering all the names. If they team up with my samurai friend, the one who became a monk, and there's a whole unit, just a whole team of 5 guys from each of the different expansions. You can have. I know Ardbert isn't really. I don't know that he's available for work at the moment, given that he's a ghost. Oh, Runar. They can have Runar. Yeah, he can join the team. Gusetsu, thank you. He's my boy. I couldn't remember his. There's too many characters in this game. They need to really boil it down to like 9 characters for me to remember all of them. 9 characters and a villain. That's as much as my brain can remember. Gosetsu. Yeah, they should get Gosetsu and Runar. I haven't played Endwalker yet, but someone from Endwalker, and it can just be an elite team of background characters working in the shadows. Oh, I'd play that as DLC. The latest raid in Endwalker might have Crystal Mummy since it is about killing gods. I mean, Mother Crystal. No, Crystal Mommy. We're gonna go. That's Heidelin's new title. It's Crystal Mommy.
Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body.
Oh.
Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend.
Wait, so Anassian is in the son's... I can't remember his name, but the Emperor's son's body. So the Emperor's son is also in someone else's body. He's like, well, my body has a loose head and is currently being very occupied, so I'll take care. I'll just sit in this guy.
I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Did we know that he was still alive? I thought he was just corpse walking. The plot has thickened once more. These people talk like Van Solider and FF12. Yeah! I mean, that makes sense, I guess. It's... Oh, am I having... Oh, I thought I was having, like, a PTSD flashback then. I was just remembering the war, but it's actually going on outside. Are we being invaded? Why was I not woken? So, we've been banging on the door for hours. You were really tired, as it turns out. There we go. There's my achievement. Right, well, I'm sure, you know, that situation... There's a commotion outside. Anyway, I'm going to nip back to my reality, because I hit level 80, and I want to become a red mage. So, I'm going to peace out for a little bit. You guys have got this handled? Yeah? Cool. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. Right. I actually don't know where... Huh. Doesn't it normally tell me where my class quests are underneath? I do have a class quest at 80, don't I? Yeah, I should. Hang on. Why do I have to go for it? Normally it tells me that I've got one. Or do I have to beat Shadowbringers to get it? Succession of Steel. Required quests. Oh, I do actually have to beat Shadowbringers before I can do my quest. Oh. I can't get my wind-up Grahatia. Well, this is going to be embarrassing because now I have to teleport back. I do need to do this soon. I think I've got another set of quests. Yeah, I think they're basically like this next section, and then I have to go and do the class quest, the role quests. I could do them because I'm now 80, but alright, let's just go back and find out what the commotion was about. Oh, I wouldn't want to do my class quest. Oh. Actually, while I'm in town. Recommended gear. I don't want to... Let's put those on. Then... Redeemed no cursing. Say so as with a gun for 10 minutes. No worries. I should make that cheaper. I don't swear very often. So it's... Or maybe I should make it harsher. Like, maybe I should make it... Say so... Like... Just a more extreme version of no swearing. Now we can't talk about any degenerate subjects. Christian Minecraft server rules, basically. Oh, I can't fast travel there. Might as well change game. It is tricky. We just have to look respectfully at everyone. Where do I need to go? Pendants. I was trying to click on the Etherite, and it was... kept honing in on some guy standing over on the other side of the room. You two, I'm not under a ban. Okay, that's true. I suppose you guys can be as horny as you want. I have will be respectful and nice and polite and delightful. Like, look at this happy, white-eyed fellow. I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of Synages appears to be advancing upon the Crystalium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. No, I don't think that's an option. Yes, excuse me, madam. Could you please... Personal space, please. Thank you. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Yes, I will offer succor to anyone who needs it, because I am a nice and helpful person, and that is what you do to people who need succor. You succor them. Respectfully. Right, I've arrived. Who needs succor? Because I'm offering. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. This must be what it must be like occasionally to be like a superhero. Is you just walk around town and just be like, oh, there's no crime here. I guess I'll just go over a couple of blocks and... I mean, I don't think I very rarely see crime. So that must be like the hardest part of finding crime. Yeah, being a crime fighter is finding it. So should be easy for you, though. You're British. Posh people learned how to cuss people out without cussing people for decades. I mean, you're right. But just because I'm British doesn't mean I'm posh. The accent is deceiving. Jack! I only just returned from Almarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. You restored the darkness. I mean, it's Yulmore. They control Sin Eaters, don't they? Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussion in favour of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed above the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. I feel like that's kind of important, and they should have dedicated people to those barrier devices if they're so important, rather than just relying on a 16-year-old to run around and turn them on. It's like, we'll get the apprentice to do it. The work experience kid. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus. Then will you handle the western 2? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall not tell you how to turn them on or what you need to do with them. Just go and just wave your hands in front of them a little bit. You'll figure it out. It's like, do you know what? Sometimes I feel like everyone puts way too much faith in me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a reliable guy. But I need more instructions than that. Despite the sunglasses, I'm not actually the Fonz. I can't just hit it with my elbow and go like, "Hey," and it'll turn on. Sadly, though, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I need to be up there. The name is literally dandy, wear suits and have a pomp. What do you mean? I'm stylish. Don't get me wrong. I'm debonair. I'm trying to think of some of the other words I've used to describe myself in time. I'm a foppish popinjay. Don't get me wrong, but I've never considered myself posh. You know, I barely even raise my pinky when I don't drink tea. I was gonna say when I drink tea, and then I remember that's not a thing I do. But yeah, like I said, I don't even drink tea, and when I drink Rubicon. And when I do, I only lift my pinky like half-mast. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. I mean, it is a lever, by the looks of it, but, yeah. I like that the game kind of addressed that, like saying, despite having zero idea what you're doing, you figure it out. I think I did just hit it with my elbow and give a double thumbs up. Barely, the posh man says while not drinking tea. I feel like if you can't be posh if you don't drink tea. You know, I don't want what do posh people do. I don't hunt. I don't have a garden or a gardener. Don't exit out. It's true, I swear. Like, just the other day I was walking the grounds with Papa, talking about how common we were. As we played a round of golf. again, I feel like this is more important. This is the defense of the entire Crystarium.
Decided. They're coming.
There should be people on these stationed at these all the time. They shouldn't just rely on volunteers to turn them on. This is going to be like flies flying into one of those... Oh, not quite, not quite. Like a restaurant bug zapper.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
I'm back. So posh, I thought you lived in Chelsea. I know a girl named Chelsea, but I don't live in Chelsea, no. I live in a very not posh place. Welcome back, though, Stratus.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
I have roasted chimkin with mashed perdurda and barbecue sauce. Two of those words I'm not familiar with. What's chimkin and what's perdurda? Is that just chicken and potato? But you're saying them in Canadian.
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field.
Okay, it is chicken and potato then. Good, okay. I don't speak Canadian, so...
Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
So posh, your full English breakfast on the silver plates. No, I only get the silver plates out when we have guests over. Otherwise, I just use the fine china. Alphinaud's powering up. We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Let's proceed. Let's do our duty. Oh, the 10 minutes are up on the say-so rule. I could have made a duty joke. In fact, screw it. The 10 minutes are up. I'm gonna go with Alphinaud and Alice into the woods to do our duty. Nah. So I thought that was good. Like what voice line was gonna be voiced. What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has begun in earnest. Make haste. Stone forces are engaging the sin eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the eaters before they are decimated. If they're only split into 9 parts, though, that's fine. I feel like I mean, I know sure there's a reason for it, but I feel like the reminder that the triple triad matches are not allowed in this area are just like, okay, I guess I can't help those ones. It feels like personally directed at me. Like, hey, you can't do triple triad here. Focus. Oh, Alphinaud's healing them. That's cool. Get a grip. Oh, is that something that one Alphinaud Alice just shouted at me? we're doing it though. We're saving them. Where are all of the other scions? I assume they're helping other Crystarium guards. I said this before, but I really like the Sin Eater's naming sense. Like Forgiven Deceit and Forgotten Memory, Smelt Fart. You know, it's a nice naming structure. Very regal. This is an intervention. There is no war. We brought you into the woods to confiscate your cards. Like, no! It's the only side activity I like. I don't do anything else. It's just triple triad and main stories and main scenario quest. And occasionally I send my retainer out on ventures. That's it. That's all I do in this game. Hi, Ishtola. I like being a red mage. I say posh, but I mod for a former butler VTuber, so posh is relative. When you say former butler VTuber, were they a former VTuber who was a former butler, or are they? Oh, there we go. Or are they someone who used to be a butler VTuber, but they've since quit? Because both are likely. I shall protect you. I swear there are as many graduated VTubers as there are VTubers these days. I need a tank. I'm being mauled to death by bears. Good. We done? Where do I need to go next? Chase. Do I have to come up here too? Hang on. I can't. Guys, I can't get on the rock. Guys, don't leave me behind. I'm the main character. Wait up. This is like every dungeon that I do with human characters. They all run on ahead of me because they know where they need to go. Hello. All the locals have taken shelter. The VTuber was a former butler. They're in you before. Oh, yeah, I think I remember them. Yeah, I meant to check them out, and then I completely forgot by the time I'd finished streaming. I think I was streaming Sonic. I have a feeling it was when Frontiers just came out. Oh man, I can't wait for the DLC for that game. I finished it and I 100%ed it, but I haven't deleted it off my hard drive yet because I just keep seeing it and just being like, oh, I just want there to be more Sonic Frontiers. It made me so happy. It made me so happy as a Sonic fan. And now I got nothing to look forward to because there's no Sonic game on there. Well, I mean, I got the DLC to look forward to. But once the DLC is all out, there's nothing to look forward to. There's no new Sonic game on the horizon. Where am I going? Am I going with Minfilia? I'm gonna go with. No, I can't. I'm not going with Minfilia. I'm going this way. I'm going this way. So I got distracted talking about Sonic. So I think Frontiers ruined me. If I go back and play any of the other Sonic games, I'll just be comparing them by how lesser they are by comparison. It is as we feared. Bears. Oh, no, I got other games to look forward to, just not Sonic games to look forward to. I need to have a Sonic game in the tank so that I've, got something as a Sonic fan just to kind of keep me going. But like I said, I got the Frontiers DLC to look forward to for the time being. So hopefully, by the time all the Frontiers DLC has come out, there'll be a new game announced. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. No worries, Stratus. Have a good dinner. Enjoy your chimkin and potatoes. And whatever else you crazy Canadians eat. Yeah, have a good night. I probably won't go. I probably will stop after this trial, just because this will take me after 12 o'clock. I do wish my my sword charge would have a shorter cooldown, so I could just dash around all over the place. Oh man, there's a lot of dudes. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing no magic. So I just remembered. I'll do no magic from now on. We'll see if I can do this with just sword fighting. I don't do a huge amount of damage with my swords unless they're charged. So this might be difficult. I can... There we go. That gives you a little bit. Okay, it's going okay. This is no ordinary eater. I mean, it looks the same as most of the rest of them. Oh, I am doing so little damage with my swords. Yeah, they buffed the other one. Look at what little damage I'm doing. You can use magic. I forgot about the redeem. Yeah, well, so did I. That was the problem. I don't know what the fail condition is for this, but yeah, there's a very good chance that I might fail this if I don't start using magic, unfortunately. I just don't do enough damage with my normal sword attacks. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna have to bust out some magic. You had your fill of chaos. That's good. Yeah, FF14 is a difficult one because I have managed with no swords and no bans, or someone banned fire attacks once, which was manageable.
My strength is yours.
Man, there was a lot of Sin Eaters. I think this is like the most enemies that have been on screen at the same time. It feels like it's starting to feel like a Dynasty Warriors game.
Let's give them a show.
Yeah, finished it with flair. Slapped it with my There Holy.
There are so many.
Not Lena.
Lena!
She's the original BG.
Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
Oh. Okay, good work, Thancred. I was worried Minfili was going to become a Sin Eater then.
This one is mine!
Are we winning? Are they retreating, or I don't think we're winning. I don't think Oh, but it's like, well, this is a right pickle you've all gotten yourselves into.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
No, not that not random medic.
Run, damn you!
Ardbert, do something.
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
Oh, poor Ardbert.
No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
He's so mad, his skirt shaking with anger.
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Oh, look at me. Leading my own little troop. And we didn't save that medic, but, you know. We did it. It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. Boom. Alright. Well. We shall call it there. Because it is after midnight. However, there is one very quick thing I want to go and do. Because I wasn't joking. We finished in the Great Woods, and that means there's going to be someone there who'll play me at Triple Triad. And it's been over a month since I played Triple Triad with anyone, so someone's got to be played. Someone's got to have a card for the 3 Bunny Girl sisters. Come on. No. I don't see a Triple Triad marker. How can this be? How can no one want to play Triple Triad with me? Oh, are they somewhere? Maybe they're somewhere else. There's got to be someone. There's got to be a new Triple Triad vendor. Triple Triad NPCs. Come on. I got to get my fix. I got to play my cards. Right, we just did Out of the Woods. So there's Stormblood. Storm in the Hole, Heavens Were... Oh, am I going backwards? Oh, no, I am going backwards. Okay, so Shadowbringers... Okay, what mission did I just do? I did Out of the Woods, bearing with it the burden of knowledge in good faith. What's the next big quest? More the Hunch? Right, there's Stormblood. For the Grace of Lord Lorita, I've gone that far. We should call it Hydatos. I've done that one. The last one I got was the... What was the last one I got? Botan? I beat Botan in Kugane. An express delivery. Where was that one? That one's got Shadowbringers. Express... What's express delivery? Oh, I might have to do some quests. The Tika Great Words, saying goodbye. What level? It's a level 70 quest, so I should have done it. Level 74. I've done. This is important to me. Right, I've done saying goodbye, which should have unlocked this quest. So there should be a quest. Yeah, the sound of Jack's heart breaking across all of Final Fantasy. No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to do a quick side quest, apparently. This will be worth it. This will be worth it. I need to do an express delivery. Special delivery? Delivery time? Hang on, where is it? It's in the Ratika Great Woods. I'm in Slitherborough. I'm in the wrong place. Let's go to... Oh no, this is all the Ratika Great Wood. That doesn't help me at all. But one of these quests should be called Express Delivery. If I do that... I can get the cat boy and the cat girl as a card. With the candle plan's gone awry. Paved with good intentions. Pulling teeth. Special delivery? No, an express delivery. An express delivery. Over here. We got this. This will be a short quest. This will be a short quest. I just need it'll tell me to go and talk to another guy in another place, and then I'll come back, and then I'll play my triple triad, and everything will be okay. So is it you, Hargra? I think it's you. Yes, express delivery. Please, sir, can you help me, sir? My brother recently left for the Crystarium, but he forgot his journal. He'll be devastated to know he left it behind. If you hurry, you can likely find him before he reaches Lakeland. He's rather tall and has red hair, so it should be easy to spot. Please go and deliver it to him, I beg of you. Sounds like a dandy fellow. Right, wait, where do you want me to go? Over there. So if I go to... Oh, that's just near where I am. Hang on. Quest guide book, can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. I don't think I have the mount speed upgrade yet in this area. No, doesn't feel like it. Do I ban triple triad? Do I want to become true chaotic evil? If you ban triple triad, I will sit here for 5 minutes and wait for the ban to expire. that is how much I want to play triple triad. I would just sit here out of spite in silence for 5 minutes. Look, I just need to do this delivery and then we can play triple triad and then we can all go home and enjoy the rest of our Friday evening. Yeah, something from my sister. By the Abyss, my journal. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I thought I should pay one last visit to what remains of our old home and offer a prayer to our parents. And it's a good thing I did, it seems. If I may, I'd like to ask you a question. I can only assume you've been to all sorts of places and seen incredible things in your travels. But do you ever get tired of being constantly on the move? Do you ever yearn to return home? I don't have a home. I have a flat, I have an apartment, I suppose, but at times, yes. And yet here you are. I can only hope to have such conviction. I can learn much from your example, all the more reason I should get going to the Crystarium. Thanks again for the journal. Tell my sister I said thank you as well. Wahid. Right. Now back to Hagra. We'll turn this quest in, and then she'll let me play her at Triple Triad. That's the rule. I feel like the Pokemon trading card game would be a lot less successful if you had to do like if you had to do quests for the people before you could play them. Ah, speaking of which, Switch has just added a load of a single-digit number of GBA and Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. But one of the games they announced was coming is, I streamed the React, but is the Pokemon trading card game. Part of me is tempted to play it, but I also remember how limited the Pokemon trading card game is. But it's I think it's just like the base set. It might just be like the first 3 sets of Pokemon cards. But it's a fun game. It's one of the ones I've done. Were you able to find him? Is he doing all right? Yeah, he's fine. Triple Triad. Thank goodness. After Master Matoya arrived and began helping us piece our lives back together, he was constantly at her side, learning all he could of the world outside of the Great Wood. Everything he learned is written in that journal. His dream was to become a craftsman to someday help rebuild Fort Gone. It pains me to see him leave. I know it's hard for him too. But in the end, we both know it'll be for the best. Yeah! Triple Triad. Why, yes, my brother taught me. I know the rules well enough if you wish to play. I do. Yeah, let's go. Give me your cards. Alright, we're doing all open, same, and reverse. Not reverse. I hate reverse. Reverse sucks. Yeah. Dang it, give me your cards. This is the only thing I don't like about Triple Triad is how much you have to kind of grind to get people to actually give you the cards. It's the same rules. Dang it, there's random rules. Fallen Ace, okay. So that means we're back to stuff being high value again. Yeah! Alright, we've got Y'shtola. We've got Shadowbringer's Y'shtola. Now we just need Runar. You can see him there. He's a 2-star. It's a 2-star and a 4-star card. I mean, actually, Y'shtola might replace my my Great Gold Whisker. What's the rules? Reverse. Okay, so let's slap that in the middle. Dang it. I'm really surprised. I say this every time I play Triple Triad on stream, but I'm really surprised they haven't done a like set of Triple Triad cards that you can buy. And then just do a booster pack every time they put out a new expansion with all of the new cards in it. It doesn't have to be like a trading card game. Just literally here's a set of the cards as they are in the game, exactly the same artwork. Aha! As planned. And I got another Y'shtola card. Dang it! Runar's 2-star. He should be the easier of the two to get. Sudden death. That's fine. Oh yeah, I should have protected rather than attacked. Odd move, but okay. Runar! Dang it! I can't remember which card it was. It took me like an hour to get playing friggin' Triple Triad. There was one... Ascension, that's fine. I think it was... There's a guy after you beat around Reborn that has all of the... Garlemald guys. Oh, none of those are very good. I think it took me a while to get all of the guys out of him. Dang, what's the drop rate on this Runar? I should probably redeem the Y'shtola card and see if it does replace my Great Gold Whisker. Oh, I guess we're doing Descension again. Do you know, all this time playing Triple Triad, I've only just noticed it says the rules in the top right. I've always done that to check the rules. Shows how much attention I pay to the other side of the board. Yay! I was so certain I had you, perhaps with a little more practice. There we go. I got my Shadowbringer's Y'shtola card and my Runar card. Boom! We Triple Triad. I feel good now. I feel refreshed. I feel relaxed. Everything, all is right with the world. God is in his heaven. And I am here with you. Sorry. But not for any longer, though, because that's it. That's tonight's stream. I will... So I have to get... I got a delivery company coming on Sunday, so I have to get a certain amount of stuff packing done tomorrow. It should be fine. So providing I do get all my packing done before too late, I'll stream Dead Space tomorrow. Should be the final part. I think we're like right at the end. Like 3 chapters left or something. So, yeah. If I see you then, I will see you then. But otherwise, I should be back Monday. I think I'm past most of the really exhausting stuff, and I'm back at work on Monday. So there's not gonna. I can't really do any flooring or furniture building that's going to knacker me. So I should be back on Monday if I'm not back tomorrow. But yeah, if I see you then, I will see you then. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching. I've been Dandy. You've all been Dandy as well. And have a good night. Goodbye. That's not the right button. I meant to press that button. There we go.